Namasabhaye. It is an auspicious day, Shubhadina, Ramacharitra ka Path. We are going to join this Bhakta Janas on reciting Ramacharita and understanding Ramayana. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Valmiki Kokilam. It is such an auspicious time because this satsang just finished Pura Bhagavat ka Patan. So Bhagavat is also the Amritadrava Samyutam of Shuka Brahmam. Nigama kalpataror ghalitam palam sukamukat Amritadrava Samyutam Pibhata Bhagavata Rasamalayam Muhuraho Bhuvi Bhavukaha. This is the third sloka of Bhagavat Mahagrantha. It says, Pibhata Bhagavata Rasamalayam Muhuraho Ascharya Bhuvi Bhavukaha. So, people like you all in the Hindu Temple of Lubbock, under the able leadership of Jitbai and Uski Sahadharmani, that they have done this 2-year ka Smaran. Now we are starting on Ramayanam. Ramayanam kya hai? Ramasyayanam. Rama's path, pantha, is Ramayan. Ramaha ayyate prapyate anena iti Ramayanam. Ramasya path, Rama's walking path, Rama's story. The third one is Ramayana in itself will help us to attain Rama. That is Vitpatti. Ramasyayanam, Rama's path. Then Ramasya Katha, Ramayana. Then Ramaha. It is the road that takes us to Rama himself. Ramaha ayyate prapyate anena iti Ramayana. Why is Ramayana important? Everything is important. Why is it better? We are using a nyaya called Nahininda Nyaya because we are talking about the Ramacharitra. So we are going to elevate it little bit more. It's nothing that Bhagavatam is all superior grantha. But since we are reciting about Ramayan, why is Rama? Ramayan is a itihasa. It is a bhakti kavya. Evam itihasa, whereas Bhagavata is Purana. Purapi navam, evam Purana. Parantu, ye Ramayanto Sahakalin Grantha Rachak. Rama's kal mein, Valmiki was living side by side with Rama. How do we know? In Ramayana itself, when Rama, after going to Sudikshana, Agastya, he visits Rama and Valmiki's monastery. So it is already there that Valmiki was living contemporaneously. Sahakal में वाल्मीकि राम के साथ रहते थे. इसीलिए ये ग्रंथ तो शुद्ध है, सिद्ध है, सत्य है. That is most important. So even in terms of historical, if one has to argue from history, इतिहास में दृष्टि से देखें तो ये ग्रंथ कर्ता राम के साथ थे, साथ काल में थे. इसीलिए दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इति इह आसन इति इतिहास. दिस इज हाउ इट वाज डन. इति इह आसन. दिस इज हाउ इट वाज प्लेड. क्रीडायाम रामा डिड द प्ले because he came, pitaram rochayamasa. He came into this world, he found a pita. Two things we have no control. The place where we are born and the parents, we have no control. We don't know whom we would be born. We don't know whether we will be born in Punya Bharat or here or there. That's not in our hand. But we can choose to die where. So Rama was supreme. So what he did, he chose his father. Pitaram Dasaratam Rochayamasa. So he chose that particular person. He came here. Again, every avatara, avatarati iti avataraha. Coming down is avataram. So there are only two Purna avatarams. One Purna avatara you have already studied. Krishna and Rama avataram. Others are not Purna avatara. But more than Krishna avataram, Rama avataram is paripurna because Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Satya Parakrama. All the things have happened. Right? Ramayana story, do anybody know how long this Ramayana story, the entire Saptakanda covers? Is only 40, not 6 kanda. 7th kanda we don't normally study. But the 6th kanda, the time of 6th kanda is only 40 years. That's all. The whole Grantha is covered, is only 40 years of Rama's lifespan. Whereas Rama lived about Dasavarsha Sahasrani, Dasavarsha Sadanicha. He lived about 11,100 years. There's a slight variation because you all studied Bhagavata. But Vyasa says Rama lived after separating from Sri Mata for 13,000 years. I don't know if you have studied or if it's in your memory. It's in the Navamaskanda, 11th Sarga, 11th chapter. There are only 2 Sarga for Bhagavatam. Navamaskanda, Dasa, Ekadasa, do Ramaka Charitra Varnana. Our Dvadasato Kushaka Vamsa. Right? So, but Vyasa says Rama lived 13,000 years because that is Kala Bedhai. When Vyasa came, it was end of Kali, end of Dwapara and beginning of Kali. So the way they count the years varied. In any other words, it's all in terms of 10,000 years. So Rama lived with Patni for 1,000 years. He was the Eka Chakravarti with Sri Mahalakshmi for 1,000 years Ayodhya. Then he got separated from Sita Ma for 10,000 years. So, but Rama in Katha just focuses on 40 years. But why is this? This is because Valmiki saw it pratyaksham, machandat eva. Brahma came, Brahmanne machandat eva Saraswati. I give you my wisdom. वो ब्रह्मा जी ने कहते हैं मैं तुमको वाक देता हूँ. So whatever you say will be satyam. Yavat giriyaha santi. Yavat. As long as the world is there, Ramakatha will be there. So this is little bit an elevated platform than Purana because it was done during the time. And more importantly, it was endorsed by Sri Ramachandra himself. That is the important thing. So, how did this all started? How did this Ramayana start? So, Ramayana started when Sita Mahalakshmi was separated from Rama, and as he was a Kshatriya, he had to do an important yajna called Ashwamedha. What is the purpose of Ashwamedha? Is Lokhakshemarthameva Ashwamedha Prathama Niyamam. So, I will also interlude Veda Shabda so that you will understand. I will also give some understanding of Veda Mantra. So, what it happens, so he congregates people like Jitubai and Arunbai does. You have to congregate people for Loka Kshemartham. Sab loko ikata karo. So, that is the Prathama Panchashat of Ashwamedha. So, Rama was doing Ashwamedha because that is a must. In Kali, we can't do Ashwamedha, but it was documented that Samudragupta did Ashwamedha. After that, no Ashwamedha Yajna was done. Right now, people do Vajapaya and all that. Ashwamedha cannot be done because you need to be a warrior. Right. Sangrahanyeshthya yajate imam janatagum sangrinnaniti dvadasa masaat samvatsaraha samvatsarameva varundhe Maunji bhavati urgvai munjah urjhameva varunde chitra nakshatram bhavati chitram va etad karma yadasvamedas samurdhyai sarvasyapyai sarvasya jityai sarvameva tena apnoti sarvan jayati. This is the beauty of Ramayana. This is Ashwamedha. Nobody understands. It circles us. This is the 51st words of Ashwamedha Yajna ka Veda part. So it confuses. So Sangrahan Yeshtya Yajate Ishti. Ishti means kriya. Sangrahan karo. See, sangrahan, that is a rishi proktam. We don't know why. Harsha proktam. That is how the Veda evolved. We don't know. Sangrahan karo. Why Hindi hai? Suddha Hindi hai. But the sabda here is sangrahan yeshtya yajate. Yaj means sangati karane, to join people. So, Rama did what he did. How? They give you a metaphor. This is the problem with Veda in a way. If Veda has been taught with meaning, it's so beautiful. So this, they say, okay, the Veda says, as part of Ashwamedha, you bring people together. People have to be in unison. Those people who rebel against you for this yajna, you go and conquer them. That's what Lakshmana did, because Lavakusha went and held the horse of Rama. So this is also, they started joining the people. Then how you join people? Like 12 months are making a unison of a year. Dwadasa masaat samvatsar. Veda gives you example. You say you join people. How do I join people? You join people like the year. Year has 12 months. So it gives you an example. That's what Veda is. Dwadasa masaat sam. Then you tie it. Maunji. It's munj, it's like thread. Like a thread, you bandhan karo. Ye karma se jodo. Shuddha karma se jodo. So it is how Ashwamedha starts. How does Ashwamedha end? Abrahman brahma varchasa jayatam. Asmin rashtre viro jayatam. So let people get Vedic knowledge. So this is the important mantra. Shubham would be reciting every Shraddha. When these people after Bhoj, the Brahman should say this. Ashirvachana. They should say, this is being plucked from Ashwamedha mantra. So, Brahman, Brahmana. Brahman means it is not jati, it is jnana. Brahma means jnana. Brahman, Brahma varchasam jayate. Asmin rashtre. Phalinyo navoshadayah phalinya. Let all the sasyas, plants all grow. So, Veda tells good thing. But then, over a period of time, people just only focused on recitation. So it got lost. So the purpose of this Itihasa and Purana is to decipher the meaning of Veda, but in a kavya form, in a dramatic form. That is what Ramayana. And more importantly, if the writer has seen things happening, it becomes more authentic. So there was a writer in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a beautiful language. There is a great epic poem called Prathaparudriyam. He says, why we have to worry about itihasas like Ramayana? He says, it is Vedas are like Prabhu Samhita. It's like King's Edict. Raj ka nirnay. Raj ka nirnay if tode to siras ched hota hai. So Vedas are like that. If you just ullangan karne to, Ved ka ullangan kare to, वो तो महापाप आता है. Whereas smritis are like suhrit samhita. They are like friends. Sometimes friends are good, sometimes friends are bad. Whereas itihasa are like kanta samhita. These itihasas are like lovers talking to each other. So they can tell katin shabda. मेरे बीबी तो मुझे कठिन शब्द बोलती है, but she will choose the time to say this. Right? So, itihasas and Puranas are like Kanta Samhita. So, they are going to only tell what Vedas told, but they will tell in a nice way. They will tell in a way that people understand. So, this is what Ramayana. But it should be dramatic. So, because it is a kavya, you have to attract people, because Rama himself had to be attracted. So, when he was doing Ashwamedha, people think that only I should do yajna puja. No, in the afternoon of all the yagas, people want to listen to stories. Katha shravana. It can be a drama or it can be just simply an audio. Because there are two forms of that. One is drishya kavya evam shravya kavyam. But Ramayana is a drishya kavya. When Rama saw lava kucha patye geye cha maduram samudram iva ratnadhyam sarva shruti manoharam. It has so much information. Itna gambhir vishaya hai. But they made it in such a way. Sarva shruti manoharam patye geye cha maduram. Whether you read Patneto while you sing, both Rama got imbibed. Then Rama was sitting in Simhasana. These two Lava and Kusha, 11-year-old boys, were singing in the street. Then he saw, who are those brahmacharis? Call them. Then he brought them in the Ashwamedha Mahamantapa. There are two stories. One, they say it was done in Naimisharanyam. But we take it that Rama was doing his Ashwamedha in Awadhi itself, Ayodhya itself. So this is how Ramayana. Ramayana was written during the time of Rama. Ramayana was sung during the time of Rama itself and Rama himself, and Rama endorsed Ramayana. So this biography was endorsed by the hero of the story. So it is not an autobiography. Autobiographies Atmacharita to wrong ho sakta hai, because some people want to only write positive things about their life if they write an autobiography, right? Because manushya hai, we are not pure saints, so we will only write positive things, we will skip the negative things. But if somebody writes biography, they want to be honest and they write, and then it is called an endorsed biography. Even now we say it's an endorsed biography. Did Mahatma Gandhi endorse that biography? Yes, then it is Atmakatha. Then if he writes his own katha, then it's Atmakatha. If somebody writes Charitra, but it is endorsed, oh maine dekh liya, ye correct hai, aisa गांधी जी बोलने तो वही सत्य होता है. Likewise, this Ramayana is the charitra, katha charitra of Sri Ramachandra, endorsed by himself in the presence of all the sages. So there is no blemish, there is no anruta, it's all ritam, it's all satyam. So that is Ramayana.
You mentioned the word drashya kavya. What was the other kavya?
Shravya kavya. Only listening. Which one is Shravya Kavya? Which one? Bhagavatam was only Shravya Kavya. That is Ramayana. Who is the hero? Because what did I say? Should be done as drama. If it has to be done as a drama, it should have some hero, valor. Because that is how dramas are written. Whether it is an Odyssey of Homer, or it is a Virgil's Iliad, Greeks and Romans, it's all only valor. Ramam Satya Parakrama. So the hero is Ramaha. But how we see, not only is a hero, Ramo iti prajanam abhavan kata, Rama bhut jagat abhut Rame rajyam prashasati. This is Valmiki's Vani. You get goosebumps. See, he was not only a king, but he was so down to earth. Parakramaha, Sushilaha. Like that he was. So, that is quite a contrast with Western epic poems, Iliad and Odyssey, Iliad's Odyssey and Virgil's Iliad. They were only showing about valor, but Rama, the hero, was a Parakrama. But more than that, he walked Dharma. Who tells? Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Maricha tells. Maricha refers, an enemy tells when he flies away from Rama and goes to Ravana, he says Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharma. So that is how Rama was. More than his valor, his character. That is what this Ramayana does. Why? The name itself is like that. Ramaha. What is Ramaha means? Ramyate anena iti Ramaha. Ramate iti Ramaha. Beautiful. This is what it is. Why? Valmiki Ramayana is Adi Kavya. None other than, Kalidasa. There was a group of people like this. So they Purat Kavinam Ganana Prasange. There were a lot of Kavis. Ganana Prasange. They were sitting. First they take Anamika. They were talking, what is this? Kanishtika, Dishtita. First they counting like this. Then Anamika. After they said Kalidasa, they didn't have anybody to name on par. So this is known as Kanishta. The name itself, but God named this finger as Anamika. So they started counting. We start by one thing. Eka, doa, trini, chatvari, pancha, isa. So they put somebody here. Then they put this, they bent this and said, this is Kalidasa. We want to count the best poets in the world. So they put Kalidasa. Then they were not able to bend this finger, which is Anamika, because there was no one equal to Kalidasa. Anamika Satvavati Babhuva. What to tell, what not to tell.
Okay, I have a question. So when I was young, of course, the first time when I heard the Ramayana, the Parayan, I don't remember whether it was Murari Babu or in Gujarati they are the Kathakars. So at that time, it's just clicking me as you are saying this, right? So of course Valmiki was the first Rishi who wrote the Ramayana, and then of course you are telling that there was no author as Kalidas.
No, wait, why I'm coming is, wait.
So I have a question. So when Tulsi Krit Ramayana, so even Tulsidas wrote Ramayana, right? So
but all, if you look at all their grantha, they say, my Prathama grantha, I am only following what Valmiki did.
Right. So again, that...
I'm coming to that, right. So what I say is, the Vani itself, he is known as Adi Kavi because Kalidasa says, how can you write like this? Madhumayim Bhanitavanim Margadarshim Arshim. Because I have read Valmiki's Ramayana, Madhumayim Bhanitavanim Margadarshi. Because so mind melting, bone melting Grantha is Valmiki Ramayana. And he is my Guru, Margadarshi. Same thing with every other Ramayana. I'll come to you like this. So, the hero is, what is it? The Vyutpatvi. The root for Rama is Ramyate Anena iti Ramaha. Ramate iti Rama. Ramyate Anena. He is the one who makes others happy. Ramyate Anena iti Rama. By seeing others happy, he rejoices. Ramate iti Ramaha. You see, I told you the meaning of Ramayana. The way of life Rama led is Ramasya Ayanam. Ayanam is path. Ayanam is story. Two ways you can. So Ramasya Katha Ramayana. Chaturtha Vibhakti. Ramasya Ramaha Ramau Ramaha. Ramam Ramahi Ramai Ramasya. Chaturtha Vibhakti. Right. So we don't want to go into grammar, but I'll also induce Sanskrit also. It's Devvani. Okay. So then, okay. So the hero himself, the name himself gives. That is the beauty of Sanskrit. Samyak kritam iti Sanskritam. Ramyate anena iti Ramaha. That is important. God doesn't want to rejoice himself, particularly Supreme Rama. He wants others to rejoice. Ayamasmi mahabaho bruhi yatte vivachitam karishyami hi tat sarvam yatvam vakshasi bharata. See this guy, Krishna says, oh Dharma, ayamasmi, I am your servant. So I am going to go as a dhoot. Don't worry, vakshyami, whatever you think. So this he does. So Lord wants others to be happy. So he is going to that extent to be a servant. So that is a Mahabharata Udyog Parva mein wo slok aata hai. Let's say this. So the hero not only has a valor, the hero melts others by melting himself. That is Rama. So Ramayanam Rama. Then Prathama Kavyam Valmiki Rachita Grantham. But Valmiki, how did he get it? This was in Devaloka Shatakoti Sahasram. It was multi crore Grantha. Then Valmiki was one. Adhikavya. Another one was Bodhayana Maharishi also made a grantha. That is Nalabhyate. We don't have it. Another one is Bodhayana. Another Vasishta. All three rishis did. But among all, Valmiki Ramayana is there. Then Gangatat mein Tulsi ka Mahagrantha. Similarly, in Marathi, Ekanath ne done Bhavartha Ramayana. In Tamil, Kamba did Kamba Ramayana. In Malayalam, Edithachan did Kilipat, Adhyatma Ramayana. Okay, in Marathi mein Ekanath ne Bhavartha Ramayana de. Then Kalidasa did Raghuvamsa. Right? There he says Madhumayim Bhanitam Margadarshi Maharshi. Then Murari did Anargharagavam, 10th century poet. It's fully drama, theatrical. And then Bhavabhuti did Uttara Ramacharitam. And Kalidasa and king did what is called Champu Ramayana. It's Gadhya and Padya Misra Champu Ramayana. So Ramayana is Prasiddham. That is what it is. Valmiki Girisambhuta Ramasagara. It doesn't matter who did. As long as it goes, all the rivers can flow anywhere, east, west, west, east. But it has to go and reach the Sagar. Chaisa. Valmiki Girisambhuta Ramasagara Gamini Punatu Bhuvanam Punya Ramayana Mahanadhi. These are all mandatory dhyana shlokas. So Ramayana is not a Purana. Ramayana is itihasa. So itihasa is important than Purana. Vedaha, then Smriti, then comes itihasa. Okay. So how this is? We'll start this. So Rama's progeny, Rama's lineage is, he is having 40 kings before him. Whereas you studied Bhagavata, if my memory is correct, Navamaskanda Dasama starts with Katvanga. Whereas Vyasa Rishi did not go far, he only starts with Katvanga. Katvanga's son is Raghu, Raghu's son is Aja, Aja's son is Dasaratha, Dasaratha's son is Rama, Rama is Kushalava, and then he talks about Kushala. Right? So Vyasa. So Vyacha Uchishtam Jagat Sarvam. But Vyasa, you asked the question, because Valmiki has done it, I am not going to do anything more, but I want to tell this Krishna Trishna Tattvam, this Krishna who is none other than Rama, so I am going to tell only his lineage. So he starts with Katvanga. Then he says, this Rama, after living long for 13,000 years, goes to a place. He doesn't call it as a Vaikuntha. He calls to a place. You would all studied this. He goes to a place where Bhakta Janos go and recite. So Rama went to that place. That is Sri Vaikuntha. Only 2 chargas he dedicates for Ramacharita. And why this Rama is important? Because Rama Nama Satya Rama Pavana Pavan Punya. So Pavanam Tirtham. Tirtha means Bhavadvida Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhutas Sarve Tirti Kurvanti Tirthani Santastena Samabruta. Beautiful Vyasa Vakya. So the Rama Nama itself is like Tirtha. There is a difference between water and Tirtha. Tirtha means which cleanses you from inner agha, papa. So like that, because Ramayana, what is Ramayana? They qualify. Ramayana is not just a simple story, simple biography, simple autobiography or simple biography of a king. No. Sitayas Charitam Mahat. Who is Sita? Sita is Patni of Rama. That is a general answer. No. Sita is Atma. Sita is like us, Jivatma. So this Jivatma, Sita is Sri Mahalakshmi, but the Pradhana Artha for Sita Ma is like a Jivatma. This is Sastric Artha. So Sita is like Jivatma. Jivatmas are indebted to Paramatma. That is why you can say Sri Sita Mata, Sri Mahalakshmi, why could he not burnt Lanka? Why could he not destroyed Ravana? Because she wants to portray that I am subservient to Paramatma, I am Atma, I am Jivatma. So Ramayana is more important. I am building the step here, Sopan, one by one. So Ramayana is not a simple story of a hero. Ramayana is a story of Atma. Ramayana Sitayaha Charitam Mahat. Pulasya Vadam. So it is not only Sitaya's story, it is also about Ravana's Vad. Because Glanihi Abhyuttanam Adharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyaham. So this is Ramayana. So it is a itihasa. And that itihasa is told in a dramatic form. It is told in a dramatic form so that people get attracted to it. One has to be attracted, otherwise people won't come. This was not the issue now, it was even in previous yuga. So Valmiki tried to do it in a dramatical way. So he plucked 2 people, Lava and Kusha, and then taught them. So Valmiki never wrote, this you should know. They did not write Ramayana. It was not it was not Lekana Grantha. It was not. It was only told. And these two kids imbibed it. And then it was endorsed by rishis and Rama himself. So that is Ramayana. So then what is Ram? Why I told you? It was done in a dramatic way because it is Shastra. Everything is Shastra. It is mind-boggling. What does Veda say? What does Veda say? Satyam vada dharmanchara swadhyabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Krishna is very troublemaker. He says, Anudve, you can't even raise your voice and speak, he says. But he did it. He rose his voice. Because if he has to speak, Senayo, Ubayoho Madhye. Right? But he didn't practice what he spoke. Whereas Rama, in Tamil, Kamban, since Ranjani came, I'm telling, Nadayil Nindru Uyarnayakan. That is what Rama is. So he practiced. So, Anudve Kakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat. Swadhyabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. He says tapa. Now we enter Ramayana. So this is too much Shastra. Do I eat? Don't I eat? Do I do this? Don't I do this? Every day I struggle with my son to teach him Veda, but I never give up. So that itself is a tapa. But Vedas are not for which I don't believe, but that's what it is, that's what it is. Whereas Ramayana is for everybody. Ramayana is for Katha. Ramakatha Sudha. Tyagaraja sings Ramakatha Sudha. This is Amrit Sudha. Ekaikaksharam Proktam. Even if you say the word Ravana, it will lead you to blessing. Because why? Ravana was killed ultimately by Rama. So eventually you have to think about Rama. So then some people will do tarka. Okay, I'm only going to talk about Ravana's story there. Yeah, you talk. But eventually that sarga ends saying that Rama slain Ravana. So ekaikaksharam proktam. It will take you to heaven. So that is Ramayana. Because it's Shastram. So there's a beautiful Sanskrit poem. It's very mild melting. What is Ramayana? Vedanta Vibramavane. Gujaratis can understand, but I will decipher this. Beautiful sloka. Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara Kakutsavam Sa Avatirna Kadapi Kelan Valmiki Vangnikarava Guraya Grihito Hritpancharam Vrajati Kaschiti Ayam Shuko. May again we are coming to the word Shukam. So there was a poet in Kumbakonam. It's a Kaveri belt, but I am from Tambrabarani belt. Anyway, I am from the place where one Tamil saint was born, Nammalvar. So, but anyway, I have favor for my own place. Whereas this Sanskrit Kavi was from a place called Kumbhakona. So you do Papa in Kashi, then they say you have to go to Kumbhakona to get away that Papa. So don't question me, somebody said that. Then what do you do if you do Papa in Kumbhakona? Kumbhakonasya vinashyati. It will only go in Kumbhakona. That how that place is. So there was a Tamil but Sanskrit scholar, beautiful poem. Vedanta Vibramavane. So we know Veda. Veda says, Ata adhyatmam athadi vidya acharya purva rupam antevasyuttara rupam vidya sandhi pravachanagum sandhanam ityadi vidyam. This is a Veda vak. It is confusing. What it says is you study. Once you study, you should tell to 4 people. That is what this Vakya is. It is confusing. We don't know. Athadi vidyam. Atha. This is, then you study. What you study? Acharyaha. From Acharya you study. Then if you study, you are going to build a group of students. Antevasi means student. Yuttara rupam. What is happening between a student and a teacher? Vidya, prashna. That is what Ramayana does. So Ramayana begins as a question. between two munis. One was Valmiki, another was Narada. Right? So this much, but this Valmiki gives it in a dramatic form. Right? So Vedanta Vibramavane. Vibrama means it is confusing. Vedanta is confusing. Why should I do all this? All say is study daily. What you study, you tell to 4 people. That's all. You could do it in a simple way, but that doesn't do Vedanta. Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara. So we are all wandering in this Veda. Even Bhagavata is difficult because in some place it is Gadya, some place it is Padya. Some say it is only 10,000 sloka, some say it is 18,000 sloka. So all the problem. So Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara. But then Kakutsavam Vamsha means bamboo. But Kakutsa Vamsa is Rama. Kakutsa Vamsa Avatirna Kadapike. Then to get away with all these confusions in Veda, there came a parrot in the Kakutsa Vamsa bamboo called Rama. Kakutsa Vamsa, this is Slesha. Kakutsa Vamsa Avatirna Kadapi Kelan. This is all playful act. What is Bhagavata? Bhagavata is nothing but playful act of Lord Krishna. That's what Bhakti Vedanta writes, right? So, Kakutsa Vamsa Avatirna Kadapi Kelan. He just came to play. Deva, what is a Deva? Dhivi Kridayam iti dhatu. I am a professor of material science, Ranjani, but this is what I have been learning from my forefathers for 20 years. So I do. So don't think that I am doing this. This is just for you. Kadha Dhivi Kridayam. So Deva means the one who plays. That's all. Dhivi Kridayam. Kakutsavam sa avatirna kadapi kelan. Then came a guy called Valmiki. He used his words as a net. Vaguraya means net. Valmiki Vang Nikara. He used his word as a nest to catch that parrot. Who is that parrot? Lord Rama. Once that parrot, Lord Rama, was caught in the net, it became easy to cuddle. Hrit Pancharam. Pancharam means nest. Hrit Pancharam Vrajati. Kaschiti ayam shuko me. What a beautiful poem. Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara. Ka Kakutsa Vamsa Janayati iti Kakutsaha. Kakuts means the heap on the bull. So when one of the forefathers of Rama had to support Indra, so Indra came as a bull and he went and fought against Asura. But this forefather of Rama stood on the Kakuts. So the Vamsa became Kakutsa, like Raghu, Raghava, likewise. So Kakutsa Vamsa Avatirna Kadapi Kelan. Then Valmiki Vangni Karava Guraya Grihito Hritpanjaram Rajati Kaschiti Ayam Shuko Me. So the Vedas choose is given in the great text Valmiki Ramayana. Ramasyayana Ramyate iti Rama Sarva Veda Sastra Phalam Amrutam Evam Ramayana. Like we say, Bhagavato Kyoyam Sakshat Krishna Evahi. Likewise, Ramayana Kyoyam Sakshat Rama Evahi. This is Ramayana. So Ramayana is done in many granthas. But Adhikavyam, and then why? Because this kavya was done Radhayane Sarvagatrani Hridayani Manam. But Valmiki was very good, in a way, intelligent. He did it, he took all the parishrama. Radhayane Sarvagatrani Hridayani Manam Sicha. So he wanted to attract our heart and mind as well. Gatrani, Hridayani, Manamsicha. So he took it upon himself to write this grantha in a prasam called Anushtupu. Anushtupu has set this much letters, this much pada, so it becomes easy for memorizing and reciting, whereas writing is difficult. He took that upon himself. So it is written in a chandas called Anushtupu. Next lowest chandas is Gayatri. 23 letters is Gayatri, or 24, and then 32 is Anushtup. Then you go upon called Brihati, like that. Okay, so he took upon himself. So Ramayana is always set in the same meter. Bhagavata is not. Devahuti Nyagati. That it's difficult to sing, and that too, Bhagavata is not easy to memorize because each sarga will have different chandas. Whereas Ramayana, entire text is only in Anushtup chandas. It can be divided into 4 quarters. Each quarter can only have 8 letters. That's all. So he did it in such a way. Patye geye cha madhuram. So he wanted to make it easy to memorize because Ramayana nitya pata grantha. Right? So then he is giving the essence of Shastra. What is Shastra? Loke dharmishtam prajam upasarpantiti. Because loke dharmasya pratishtam. This world is only revolving because of dharma. He wants to give that in a dramatized form. So how does dharma begin? Dharma begins with tapaha. So he starts the grantha with thakarartha. So kavya has 3 requirements. A kavya should be ishtadevata prarthana. But Valmiki didn't do that because he was a loka guru. If like Vagartha Pratipatta Jagataf Pitarav Vande Parvati Parame. Raghuvamsa starts like this. Vagartha Vivasam Priktau Vagartha Pratipaddayet Jagataf Pitarav Vande Parvati Parameshwarav. Likewise, he starts Raghuvamsa. Because Ishta Devata for Kalidasa is Shiva. But Valmiki doesn't want to do that. Then it deviates from ullangan karta hai. वो काव्य का ग्रंथ का लक्षण का उल्लंघन करता है. कैसे? No, that is the chamatkara. Thakaraha saukyadayakaha. If you say thakaram, that is mangalacharana. Thakaraha kavya siddhi. If you start with tha or a, it is kavya siddhi. Atha, tata, both are paryaya pada. Same meaning. Atha afterwards, tata. Tapasvadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidambaram naradam paripapracha valmikir munipungavam. So it starts with mangalacharana. So it didn't violate any kavya lakshana or kavya grammar. Thakaraha. So it starts. Then Shastra. I said it is Shastra. Tat saviturvarenyam. So it is giving the juice of Veda. Veda's juice is Purusha Sukta. Purusha Sukta's juice is Gayatri. How does Gayatri start? Tat saviturvarenyam. So Gayatri has 24 letters. Gayatri Chandas, 24 letters. So Ramayana has 24,000 slokas. So it is Shastra. Tapasvadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram naradam paripapracha valmikir munipungavam. It starts with Takara. Then the important grantha is Sundaraganda. How does Sundaraganda begin? Tato ravana nitaya Sitaya Shastrukarshana Yes Padaman Vetum Charana Charite Pati. There again Tata. So every Mangala stanza, Mangala section begins with Thakara. Then Aditya Hridayam. When Rama was dull, Agastya comes. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam Ramam Samare Tata. Then how does Ramayana end? With Thakaram. When Vasishtaha comes and he gives the crown, then the word begins with Thakara. So Thakaraha Saukyadayakaha. So that is. But actual story begins. Where does Bhagavad Gita begin? 2nd Adhyaya, 12th sloka. Similarly, the actual dramatic part of Ramayana begins in second sarga. Manishada pratishtan tvam agamaha saswadi sama yat krauncha mitunat ekam avadi kama mohitam. This is Mangalacharana for Lord Srinivasa. So Kavyam itself is Mangalacharana. Kavyam itself is Siddhi or Sharanagati. Ramayana to Sharanagati Gradha hai. So if you just read Ramayana, it is as equal to Ashwamedha Mahayajna. Because no matter whatever it is, Veda says, Tasmadapi Vadhyam Prapannam Na Pratiprayachanti. This is Veda Vakya. Ramayana literally imbibes this Veda Vakya. Even if you kill somebody, Tasmadapi Vadhyam, even if you had to kill somebody because he has to get that ultimate punishment, if somebody comes and falls at your feet, provided he realizes its mistake. Tasmadapi Vadhyam Prapannan, those who had taken refuge are Sharanagati. Tasmadapi Vadhyam Prapannam Na Pratiprayachanti. You should forsake that dhanda, provided he is true and sincerely repents. Where did Rama do? Rama showed in Kakasura Vrittanta. Kakasura did the greatest crime when Rama and Sita were alone. Kakasura came and bit the part of Pirati. Then he went around. Kakasura was nothing but Indra's son. Jayantan. Iska to itna ghamand hua. मैं तो इंद्र का हूं, ये क्या मानो, आत्मानम मानुषम मन्ये. This guy is only, that's how he fooled Ravana. There is a saying in Chinese, so Ramayana can evade everything. There is a big saying in Chinese, stratagems they say, proverb. You have to deceive the heavens to cross the ocean. So Rama did this. Rama said, Atmanam manusham manye. But then Rama Ravanayor Yuddham, Ravanayor Yuddham iva. Nobody can do this. Then with 14,000 Karadushanas, we will see that. He did it with one single bow. Not even Lakshmana came to rescue. So that is Rama. So he deceived the heavens and crossed the ocean. He did it. Right? Setu Bandhana kiya. So Rama, so then he did this. When Jayanta did this kind of mischief to Sita, then he went to Brahmaloka, he went to Indra. Everybody said, I can't do. You have to go to Rama himself. So he fell at the feet of Rama, knowing that he had done this mischief to his wife. Rama forgave him. Vadyam tasmadapi vadyam. Even if it has to, the danda has to be killing, final punishment. If he came and surrendered to you, whether that rule of law will hold now or not, don't ask me. That was there then. But Rama lived to that. That's why Kamban says, Nadayil Nindri, he walked the walk. Come on, Krishna did not walk the walk. Krishna was a Mayan. Krishna was a real mischief. Right? But Rama was not. So you need to follow Rama's path, whereas you need to listen to Krishna. But nobody listened. Even Arjuna did not listen to Gita. If he has listened to Gita, why you have to have Uddhava Gita? Then why he had to go again to Harivamsa and do Anugita to Arjuna? Even listening to Krishna is difficult. But they say just listen to Krishna. Whereas in Rama, you follow him. Because he was walking the walk of Dharma. So he was only afraid, Rama was only afraid of Dharma. So he showed it in Kakasura Vrittanta. And you can say this Rama was a great Purusha, Mahapurusha, Pitaram Rochayamasa. It's all contradictory. Ramayana sometimes is contradictory. So he can choose his parent. Then why the heck he waited 12 years or why the heck he waited 14 years? And then in the last 10 months, all this happened because he wanted to show that if you are born in this world, you have to take all these griefs and all these penances and do the act. So then he says, there again Valmiki brings a story. Why this all happened? Because when you go and listen to Navaha, all these will go away. Why would Rama take this punishment? Why should you do? Now you tell me. Why should Rama? He is a supreme. Right? Then why should he take this punishment? Rama says, I did some mischief. Where he did in Ayodhya Kanda. I will stop with that. This is a beautiful story. When Rama was about to leave for the forest.
Didn't Jain lost one of his eyes?
Which one?
Jain.
Yes, because that was Brahmastra. So Brahmastra cannot go without giving punishment, so he took one eye. That's why crows have one eye, they say. Right? But you know, this story comes in Sundarakanda. That's a different story. Now I'll give you this interesting thing because this gets lost. But he was a Sanskrit scholar. That's the tradition we come from. So every day, like I do Madhav, my son, pull him when he goes to tennis. I teach him and do this. He hates me, but it's good, worth to hate. So you make to the previous councilman, Patterson used to tell Arun Bhai, you got to make your kids angry when they are angry. Then they will like you, love you when they are 40. Councilman Patterson used to tell me. So, yeah, but he's playing soccer today. I begged him to cancel his class. He wouldn't, but anyway. But he learned this afternoon from me, so I have no regret. So, Rama did one mischief in Valmiki Ramayana, but in Kamba Ramayana there are two mischiefs. In Ramayana, what he did when Rama was leaving for forest, he gifted everything. There came an old Brahmin. Old man, he was walking with a staff. Valmiki documents. Then he was giving away everything. Nothing was left in Rama. Then Rama says, I have some cows left. Then how many cows you want? Then Lakshmana asks. Then Rama says, okay, let this old man throw his staff and I will measure the distance, how long this staff went. Until then I will give you the calf. But that was even considered a sin because he was an old Vriddha. He was an 80-year Ashiti. He was here 80-year-old Vriddha, and you ask him to... And that guy was poor. So he is trying his best to throw the staff as much as he can. So he is also being tested for his valor. Rama did it. So that was a sin. And to repent that sin, Rama took upon himself Valmiki documents. That is Ramayana. It is a way of life. So in Ayodhya Kanda, these things in Navah, people don't do recite, but if you read the Pankti, which we try to do, so he threw that staff, itna dur, so itna gaon to mai deta hu. He could have simply take all the gaon, to jao. But Rama, that is the thing how old was Rama when he left for forest? Can anybody guess? 26 years. I'll give you the chronology. So, Rama did that sin. For that sin, he spent 14 years. And then he got separated from his beloved wife. He says, Swadu Swadu. What was Rama's loving dish? Mrg. His favorite dish was deer, mams. He can do that in those days because he was Kshatriya. Let's not go in there. So, he gave up that Swadu Swadu. He says that in Chitrakoot, he says that. So he gave up that. And then when he goes in Kishkinda, when he sees a rock, oh Sita. When he sees a leaf, he says, oh Sita. So that much they were affectionately attached. So he has to separate 3 times, not once, 3 times, eternally, 3rd time. So 10,000 years they got separated. So he went through the sacrifice because he took the sin upon himself. That is Ramayana. Ramasya Panta Kim. Ramasya Panta Dharma Eva. That is Ramayana. 24,000 because Gayatri is 24 syllables. So, and why is Rama Saptakanda? Because Rama was Yajushaka Adhyayi. Because Rama was a Kshatriya, Rama practiced Yajushaka. Yajushaka starts with Ishet Urjetva Vayavasto Vayavasta Devo Vasavita Prarthayatu Stretatamaya Karmani. And then it ends in Samudro Bandhu Saptakand. So, Yajurveda has 7 big books. So, Valmiki made sure that it has 7 books. And the number of, because those Yajurveda Sarartha is Gayatri Mantra. So, Gayatri has 24 syllables. So, he wrote 24,000 sloka. And the Adhya, in Prathama Sarga, he gives Palashruti. Similarly, in the last Sarga, Pattabhisheka Sarga, he gives Palashruti. So, that is Ramayana. Ekaika Aksharam Proktam. Then, why do we know this? This none other than Vyasa. None other than Vyasa says, it is Vedasara. Sri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame. Sahasranama. This doesn't come in Sahasranama. They culled it for Sahasranama. This comes in Padma Purana. Padma Purana, Uttarakand mein, ye shlok Vyasa Mukat, Rachita Sloka. So, Vyasa himself. So, Vyasa, even though he did not write a separate kavya for Rama, he did this in Navamaskanda. Similarly, Bhattatri, so Bhagavata's essence is Narayaniyam, 100 dasaka. And in that 34th dasaka and 35th dasaka, he also talks about Ramayana. So Ramayana begins according to Vyasa with Katvanga and ends with Rama attaining his Paramapada abode in Susarga. So Ramayana is a way of life because Rama lived that way of life. So Krishna is, Rama did not preach. You won't see Rama Gita anywhere. Whereas Krishna speaks, Ela poigal uraipanai inge poga kandire. So he is a liar. Krishna lies for half. Whereas Rama did not. Ramaha dvirna bibhashate. He doesn't even have a twisted tongue. Dvirna bibhashate. He will not even have a twisted tongue. So that's what Rama. So Rama, see, where? Because even a Muni like Vishwamitra, so angry man, he was, Vishwamitra goes, beautiful in Balakanda, he goes and asks Dasaratha, I am coming, I give everything. But then he got what he wanted. But then that Krodh, he still had that anger. So he takes Rama and Lakshmana, they were following him, Anujagama, they were following him like a shadow. So 1.5 yojana means 1 yojana is 10 miles. So 15 miles this guy was in anger. He walks and walks and walks. But then he wanted to call Rama. Rama iti madhura vakyat. He just turned. When he said Rama, he became so prasanna. His voice became madhura. I didn't say, Valmiki documents it. For 15 miles, this guy was burning in anger. The minute he turned and saw Rama, Rama iti madhura vani. Then he says Rama. So Rama iti Rama. The kavya itself is Radayan is sarvagatran. It will melt you. I don't know whether it is bone melting or not. It is bone melting to me. So, tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidam varam naradam paripapracha valmiki muni pungavam. What is this? It was a great silver tongue, right honorable Srinivasa Sastri, great orator. And they wrote, he gave 50 lectures on Ramayana in 1950. To commemorate that, the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan published a book. And they say, what is Ramayana? The Ramayana is a rapturous language of great poet. They asked, what is Ramayana? Ramayana is simply a great poem, rapturous language with mellifluous flow of words and meaning. So it's very easy. You don't need to know much Sanskrit. But if you want to know, like, why did they use the word Rama, I gave you all the Vitpati. You don't have to. The language itself, the way the prasam, the way the prosody, the way the structure itself is mind-blowing. Mellifluous, seamless flow, rapturous language. So that is Ramayana. That's why Tyagaraja calls it as Rama Katha, Sudha, Rasa. This is Rasa. So you have Tyagaraja singing Ramayana, you have in Telugu, you have Shivaji's Guru. He sings about Ramayana. So Ramayana is living. So they used to do in South India, they used to practice Ramayana, one sarga. And invariably, at least in Brahmin marriage, this was given to me in my marriage. They give the Sundaraganda book. Yes. It's invariably given. So this is part and parcel. Likewise, in Vivah, in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, they do Ramacharitra Manas. So that is become part and parcel of it. So Ramayana is a katha. Ramayana is a life story, true life story. And Ramayana is a way of living. It's an art of living. So from next class onwards, on the money, next class onwards, we'll go with one by one. So it starts with takaraha. Takaraha, saukyadayakaha. Takaraha, kavya siddhi. So that's why Ramayana is a Sudha. Mangalam Kosalendraya Maganiya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Shubham.